Hope. I think you had a gap of 3 days, I guess, right? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
I hope people gets up today. Hi, Pragati.
Hi everyone. Hi Bajrang.
Okay, so Praveen, let's go ahead. So there are multiple ways where you can do data scraping, not only the default option.
Okay.
So if default data scraping doesn't work, then you can go ahead with find element activity. Okay, but check why data scraping is not available. And what find element activity does is find element file children are specific activities. So what find children will do, let's assume that in a website like in Amazon, if we are taking items, the item structure is static.
Okay.
Like on the left side you have an image, on the right side you have a heading, then the subheading and the price.
Okay.
So when you take the container, this will be a list of items, list of structures. That's a structure, that's it, data structure.
Okay.
Okay. Now if you use find children and if you take the selector, you can select all the list items inside that, and inside the list items you have separate structures. But finding those children are those find children elements will help to find the specific structure, list of items. And after you find it, you can use get element or get text to get the values.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Let me just show that.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, Bajrang. In the same context, I have another question.
Please go
For
ahead.
data scrapping and screen scrapping, if you can just explain the situations in which we will, I know that what is the difference, like it generates a different, we have different options if we use the screen scrapping, but in what kind of situations we differentiate between these two and make a decision what is good to use?
Sure, let's go ahead with that. I'm trying to share the screen. Let me know once you're able to see it.
Okay. Yes, Fajr.
Okay, so see here, filter by price. All these are list of items.
Okay.
But within this list of items, if you see, if see, you need to understand HTML a bit, but
Okay.
it's not mandatory. Just try to focus on one item. Open local project, cancel process. Let me add that up in documents, batch 2. So ideally you should have completed this. If you have completed the basic training, then these questions will not come for you.
Okay.
Okay, open main workflow. See, let's go with the screen scraping first. I'm doing the screen scraping for the complete screen. Okay, and full text, refresh. So if you see in screen scraping, you have three options: full text, native, and OCR. So native is something that is specific to that particular application. If that application supports, for the example, this Internet Explorer supports, then you can see all the values. Okay, full text in the sense every item that's available, or every whatever the text inside that particular item is available, then you can use full text. So this also contains all the hidden items as well. So if you see here, this didn't get only the text but also the condition that's there in it. That is full text. OCR is a bit different again. OCR will give you whatever it's able to view. Other than what is available on the screen, it cannot take anything else. Let's wait. Let's see if it gives us some value. See the time it's taking to do screen scraping using OCR. So it picks up the image and it will convert each and every character using OCR techniques or OCR capabilities. Hope this gets faster.
But sometimes it's not capturing the data. We'll get some special characters like this.
See, even here we are getting special characters if you see here. So working with OCR is a bit tricky and different. What we normally do in OCR is we use regex, and we see that okay, if we have sort by option and new line, then get the text between sort by and new line. So this is what we'll get.
Okay.
So using regex, we will get the values. So if someone asks you, did you use regex? Yes, I have used regex. That's what, nothing else. So the story behind how to get a job or how to get this interview question done. Normally when I am attending the interviews, most question that I asked is, did you work on PDF? I will say that okay, I worked on PDFs and they have multiple activities: reading PDF directly with native PDF activity or reading PDF with OCR. So when I'm reading PDF with OCR, I need to get the values and using keyword basis, I will write regex expressions and whatever the data that I have in between those keywords, I will try to get it. And I will also try to do some filtering and using regular expressions if I want to find numbers or anything between the keywords. For example, if I have mobile number, I will add a keyword mobile number and after that I will add 10 digits because there are multiple numbers available in the particular screen, but this is unique, like mobile number and the per 10 digits is unique, so I will try regex for this. So when I explain something like this, then interviewer will continue without asking further questions. Okay.
Okay. Actually, can you please explain about rejects more? So how to actually, in one of my interview, they were asking about rejects. So they gave some scenario. So what expressions do you use in the situations? And
So it takes a
those
bit of
questions.
time if you explain only regex because it takes 2 to 3 days to explain all the regex concepts. So what we'll do, we will
Okay,
continue with the projects. In between the projects, you will get some regex options.
sure.
We will discuss based on the available time. But what I suggest is it cannot be completed within this chain because of
Okay,
the vast concepts that are available. But if you see here, screen scraping, we get every data. If you press just finish, then you will get the screen scraping result will always be text. Okay.
Okay.
But if you go to data scraping, this is a bit different. So if you do something like this, okay, let's take this one and the second one as an example. Next, so I take text. So I can select the second element and I can take this value. Now here I can select an option to extract URL. I can give the value as item name and item URL. So if it has a hyperlink, then we can get the hyperlink value. Okay. Now if I want to extract any separate specific data, then I can click on a correlated value. I get the price as well. So since I'm taking first and second items only, I need to select all the properties of those two items only. I cannot go further.
Okay.
So what I mean to say is next. So if you see here, I have item URL and the price as well. Now I cannot go all the way to the third item to select is it prime or not. Let's see what it gives an error. Prime. Next, next, and prime. See, cannot determine the pattern because we changed the pattern completely now. The pattern should be the same way. Like I can go back, select item, I can extract correlated data, and I can get it by, and then next, and also I can select it here because this is the particular pattern that we can select.
Okay. And please give example for hotkeys also, how to use hotkeys in projects. And
Hotkeys, see that completely okay. Let's go ahead and do this. We got this one right. So if I add 0 to this, then I will get all the results that are available. Okay, so extract correlated data. See, if you are applying for 2 to 3 years of experience, 3 plus years, you will not get this question like how can you get or how can you scrape the data. That is for 1 to 2, 1 to 2, 2 plus 2.5. That's how you'll get. Like not everyone will get all the questions, but yes. So after selecting the data, you need to select back. You need to actually click on finish, and then it's asking if the data, if it is in multiple pages, and you can select yes, and then you can hit on next item, the last one. So if you see in structured div, the continue on error property is true. Okay, so what continue on error property true states is in the last page will not have the next item, next link selector. So this particular selector will throw an error because that's not having a next page. So to avoid throwing an error, we will set the continue on error as true. And if you see timeout by default, it will be 30 seconds, 30,000 milliseconds. So if I want to change this, like at the last item, I need to have only 3 seconds as time delay. Then I can add 3 seconds. Like I will wait only 3 seconds for each and every page, not more than that. So the scraping time will be increased. Or sorry, the scraping time will be decreased actually. So at the end, it will not wait for 30 seconds. It will wait for 3 seconds only. So max number of results, if you keep 0, it will extract as many items as it can get. But if you want only 10 items, you can get 10 items alone.
okay.
And what is the output of what is the output of data scraping? It is data table, not data or text or anything.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. So how many of you completed level 3 certification in this team?
Yeah, I completed.
Pravi,
I complete. Yeah.
Pragati, Karthik.
No, no, I have not completed.
So only you completed?
Yeah, 2 years back I completed.
Okay.
I completed everything actually. Yeah.
Okay.
But nothing.
Okay. So
Vajra,
yes, yes. Tell me.
can you explain that edit the data definition in that data scraping?
Okay, got it. So here, if you see delete data definitions, yes, here it is. Extract metadata, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So this is a structure basically, nothing else. Okay.
Okay.
We are selecting a row. In that row, we are selecting columns. So this structure is getting created by UiPath.
Are we going to make any changes if required here?
Yes, if required, we
Any?
can make. So let's assume that, see, instead of get price, name price, I want to write full price. So this is a column name actually. Okay, but this particular web selector still span one is the actual item here. If you go back to our UiPath, and if you see how for every row, these are the columns that we require. That's what this selector, this particular data definition is meant to be. So how many columns do we have? Column 1, column 2, and column 3. Okay, everything will have a column name. But if this is what you want to see, let's just check it out. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this, and there is an option for um, viewing UI Explorer. Let's hit on UI Explorer. If you indicate it on Teams, see, this is the path that it is taking up. Anchor, web control, this. So if you see here, these are the control tags, right? Now if you go back into extract metadata, this is what you normally see: H, anchor tag, div tag, div tag, div tag. So what exactly it is doing is it is scraping through all the values from parent. What is the value that we are taking? We are taking anchor tag. So it took up anchor tag. In that anchor tag, take span, and that from span get the value. And the same goes for this one. But if you see the structure, or if you get to see this structure, let me give you the structure. Yeah, here it is. Did you see all the divs here?
Yeah.
Each and every div will have the same structure. So let's also open this one. See, what do we have? Div, span, div, 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 and then second div. It opens second div. Div, span, div, 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 and then the second one. So it opened the second one, and then again in second one, it's opening further. Div, 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 and again the second div, and in the second div we have span. So JavaScript anchor tag. Here you have H2. So H2 you have anchor tag and span. So the structure is same for each and every item. And there are multiple items. So that is the reason we have this structure. Now if I want to change anything, I can change it directly. But the best option would be to go ahead and select data scraping, because that would be easier. But in case if I have 20 to 30 columns selected and I cannot select all the 20 to 30 columns, right? At that point, what I'll do, I'll go and to UI Explorer and find the structure that I want, and I will select all the structure that I require. Just practice it once, but I haven't used to extract structured data table with that big columns or that big values. All we need, or in general scenarios, we get not more than 4 to 5 rows or 4 to 5 columns, not more than that. There is also an
Okay.
option called UiPath samples. Okay, let's take UiPath. Okay, rpssamples.com. Okay, so in this rpssamples.com supplier and management, see, this is a data table. If you see, and data scraping, if I want to do it, it will ask me. Okay, so next, circular reference value is not supported. Now here I am not able to select or scrape the data. If you see, right? Now what is the other option that I have? all I can do is use find children.
Okay.
So in find children, I will select this particular table. So what this so now we need to use UI Explorer extensively. So if you see here, this is a row, right? See here, in if you click on highlight element, then it will highlight all the element that you have selected. Okay, now if I go back and see, let's select. So this is a complete table, and in this complete table I am selecting this row, and if I minimize this, this is the second row, this is the third row, this is the fourth row. So the data that I get from it will be something unique. So every item is available in this particular div, and in this particular div, see the structure. Again, each and every row is separate div, right? Now find children, we need to use it for this div, because in this div we have all the children items. Okay, so here you have this particular div, and here you need to select unique items, like on the right side. Okay, so if you select here, what do we have? Okay, select this particular item. In this particular div, what do we have? Brands, presentation, role, root, parent ID, page, class. So I can do something like this. If I'm not able to select with one item, I will do it with two items. So what this div will have? So a name I cannot select because this contains all the data, and I can go with inner text, but inner text also have extra data. So check with something that is unique for this particular item. So if I select this one, area, role, page, class, list page, so I can go with selector. In that's the last option that I need to do. If I don't have anything else other than this, then I can go with CSS. So what I'll do is I will check with this find children, and I will give the selector. Validate, and see here, demo app. I can remove this demo app. Validate. Okay, this is wrong, I guess. So why is it coming as Amazon?
Yeah, we scrapped the Amazon data, right?
Exactly. So if you just remove this one, and if you just add it at the bottom, then this will work properly. Because if it is in parent, then it will give the parent first. But if you see here, this will come. So I'm selecting the first item. So I think this is also wrong, because I should not select the first item, but I should select the container. Now this is the container. Okay. Now if I see what is the selector inside this container. Inside this container, I have all the div items. Okay, div selector. I can just select this again, and then I can use highlight element to see if that is the select particular item or not. So I can also use this particular highlight element. This is different from this. This is highlighting. Will whenever we click on highlight, click on an item, it will highlight that item. But if you observe clearly, we have everything different, but the div is same for everything. Div tag is same, right? So all I need is I need to select all the div items, copy, and here if you see a filter value, instead of web control, I will give div as the filter. and this should be in double quotes. So what exactly I'm saying? Okay, go to the parent, and in that parent get all the items that are in div, and in scope I am selecting children, descendants. Okay, everything that's descending here, just go ahead and give me the value. Now what I'll do is, do you know what is the output of find children?
The founded element, founded
IEnumerable
elements.
of
Yeah.
elements. Okay, now how can you select in the for loop which item do you want, or what is the data type of this? So if you see in the variables panel, what is this item? UI element. See the difference. The output is UI core UI element, UiPath dot core UI element. Now if I want to loop in, I will use for loop. Okay, just please listen because I will not be able to continue this further. Since you are unable to understand this, I'm taking this up because if we cover only the basic concepts, we will not be able to cover the projects. Okay, UI element. So in this, just go ahead with UI core UI element. And here, so whatever collection we have, we need to give it here, IEnumerable of elements. So each and every item will get it here. What we'll do is, we'll use get full text activity. Okay, and in this get full text activity, let's go ahead and give element as item and the text as text, and let's write it in log message, and in this log message let's give out text. Okay, I'm deleting this or commenting this out, so I will update this in GitHub. Let's continue. I'm using execution trail, highlight elements and log activities to show the result, debug. Let's see. Selecting that first item, yes. So it's picking up all the values that are in descendants, but the beauty of this is get full text and descendants, it can work in background. So if you see here, I have given descendants, right? If you observe properly, I have given something called descendant activities. Let's see the output. So in this output, what do we have? So getting all the values of the descendants. First one, secure VPN, communication Paris, and it's printing. Okay, let's see the difference with descendant and children. Save it and let's debug again. Let's see what is the output that we are getting. This we are getting. Next. So it's not going internally into each and every sub item. It's just going into the top items. Okay. Now you will get all the items, but you are not getting hungry food separately that you got earlier. If you have observed it earlier, we got secure VPN, communication Francis, Paris, France, and again we got secure VPN provider, communication Paris and all. So that is descendant. Internally, we are descending it to the subtrees. So first we are getting div, and in this div we have one more div, and in this div we have one more div. So get all the text values from here and all the span items from here. So again go and fetch all the items from here. So that's what it's doing with descendants. With children, it's getting only the children for this div. So, okay, what I'm doing is, see here, I got the parent and get all the items only for these items. Don't go internally within this children. Let's check with a different option as well, other than descendant top levels. Let's see what is the difference. So again, how can you select which item should I get? See, this is not particularly supported with this particular item, so I cannot use it. So few items will specifically support top levels. Let's go with process. Let's see. Even this is not supported. So if you ask me how many times did you use find children and find descendants, I used these more, but I have used these very less. Find thread and all. Okay. So when can you find these specific threads? I guess if you are using OL or unordered list and all, then you can select these items. Okay.
Okay.
Is the information enough?
Yeah, yes, Vajran. More than enough. Because I used to get this question in frequently.
Yeah. So even though you don't know the concepts, try to understand how to answer, then you will be able to answer it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let me stop the screen share and let's go to the meeting. Great. So we have only few members, 10 members joined today. Okay. So uh, what do we need to have still? Just tell me that.
Vajran, can you explain that testing folder in the RE framework?
Who asked you that question?
No, it is not an interview question, but I just want to know that for some of the to do unit testing, and also there is one Excel sheet writing, but I didn't get when I run it, I didn't get it. I got an error.
Okay, let's do about test folder at the end because it takes more than an hour or two.
Okay.
And if you ask me how good are you using it in the projects, you will use it, but I will explain it in the end because those are different concepts and the structuring is different and all. Okay, let me just give up a interview question that will be a project for uh, Ganesh, I guess. Ganesh,
Yes.
Ganesh, I would like to share the interview question that I have received. Is it okay?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah. So Ganesh have received an interview question, so he shared it internally. So what I will do, I will remove the personal information and I will share it with you guys. Okay. So
Okay.
let's work this week on that particular use case.
Okay.
Ganesh, you shared it right earlier?
Uh, Sorry, can you please repeat?
No, you shared it right earlier?
Uh, for the project I have created yes previously.
Yeah. That interview question that we worked on.
Uh,
RPA samples
Set,
website.
I have to check once. I think I have shared. Let me check one.
Let me just check it out if it is you or someone else. So, did you understand the question or not? Let's check it later. But what we need is first we need to create a PAD for this, get it approved. With so PAD should be complete. I want all the flowcharts, description, everything should be updated. All the business rule exceptions as well. In case if there is system exception, what will you do? Everything should be updated. And once the PDD is completed, then we will go with the code. We will not go with the code right now. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So if let's try to manually do this. Um, Praveen, sorry, not Praveen. Let's go with Ganesh. Ganesh, can you please share your screen? Come on, we
Hi,
have 5 more.
sorry, can you please repeat again?
No, if you have a machine, you can share your screen. We have 5 more minutes. Let's do it manually. and then show to the team.
Okay.
So this is how you normally will get from, let's assume that you got it from a business analyst, you got all the requirements. Now you need to have a meeting and you will discuss on what are the what is the exact use case and how good is it to work on. No, wrong way. Don't go for UiPath Studio. That's not what I want.
Sorry.
Go to Teams, go to our,
Notes.
yeah, how many of you know that we have notes? See, you need to click on one,
Yeah, we use that regularly in office. Yeah.
yeah, you need to use, because all the details I'm mentioning only in that notes. Okay. Not interview questions. It's in the first one. First one. Yeah, that's correct. Correct. Okay. Now, go to the question. Scroll down. Yeah, go to the top. Okay. So, what is the first step?
OpenRPSamples.com.
Yeah, go ahead. Copy it and open it in Chrome. Make it faster. We have only few minutes.
Yeah.
3 more minutes. Okay.
Select new supplier. In below to train to full name and
What is the
nickname.
next step? Access supplier management system. That's done. Click on new supplier.
Sorry, just a second.
New supplier. Give out a name. Give out your name. Okay. External name. Then what do we have? See, go according to the item, or read one thing and come back and do it. You need to explain. So
Okay.
select new supplier, internal name, external name you have added, industry name, industry you took it as education, that's
Education.
fine. Upload, can you upload a file?
Just a second, I have to check.
Upload any simple picture, that's enough. Any picture. Go to pictures, sample picture. Sample pictures. No, go back. Pictures. You can create a sample picture if you want. Do you want me to send a picture for you?
Just a second, I will download. Yes.
Yeah, just say. Right, you can save it. Yeah, you can save it somewhere. So this should be your picture ideally. Add file. Give the picture path. So all these activities you need to do with UiPath.
Okay.
I think that's saved in pictures.
It was in downloads, I think.
Yeah, okay.
No, it is
Okay, then it's taking time.
it's loading actually.
Okay. Type in download in the file name. DOWN. Is it taking time? Let's take 2 more minutes. I know that we are around 9. Pragati, can you please share your screen if possible?
I will strong. Yeah, sure.
You can share your screen, Pragati.
Yeah, I've shared it.
Okay, go
So
to
do we
team.
start new project?
No, don't go for projects. I'm not asking you
Okay.
to. Let's discuss only on the use case.
Okay.
Go to
So
teams.
1 minute. Yeah, just going to files.
Teams.
Teams.
Yeah, teams notes. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have a touch.
Go to sections. Sections on the left.
Sections on the left.
Yeah.
Under the web.
Yeah, under file. Above magnifying glass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Select interview questions. Yeah, that's what. Okay, go to rpsamples.com.
RPS website.
Yeah. Pragati, which location are you from?
Melbourne.
No. Navigate to supplier management system. Yep. Do you have sample picture? Take any sample picture. That should be fine. Or else you can leave a picture for now. Click on new supplier. Click on new
Yes.
supplier. Yep. Just add your name. No,
Any file I
no,
can add?
leave for now. But in code you need to do it. Industry is education. No, industry at the bottom. Industry drop down.
Sorry, yeah.
Education. And then leave about employees. Scroll down.
Okay.
Date you need to select 43 days back. Select a
43
previous date
days.
for now. Select a previous date, any previous date for now. Yeah. Scroll down. See on the right side you have HR manager, right?
Yeah.
That you need to link. Click on link.
Okay.
Can you go back to the question once? So scroll down. Scroll down. So we completed getting the values, external values, nickname and all. Recurrent, okay, check if recurrent supplier box is unchecked, check the box. Click on recurrent supplier. Yeah. And go back. Okay. Scroll down and save it. Now you need to do is click on select field drop down, select field drop down and select by external name. There you need to give Pragati, but external name you didn't give because you didn't have
I think I just gave the description. Maybe industry. I think the first one is mine.
Okay, so the question is to get it with external name. So what you can do, select external name. Select external name from the drop down. Yep, and then use EL. So let's assume that that is the sample value that you have written. Okay. Now this one you need to click on export CSV. Okay. Once you export the CSV, show in folder. Open that CSV. So you have a result. Okay. So this should be your output actually. Whatever data that you have added, that should be available here. Okay. Click on close. Go back to question once.
So we have done this one, takes remove, download, okay, remove any duplicate records. So from this file, if there are any duplicates, we have to remove that. But when we will download the CSV, Bajrang, already in that file, I think it will be just unique records as per what we are adding there on this website.
There are, if there are not unique records, then you need to do it. So that should be an if else condition that you need to add. Okay, take the screenshot from your browser, search your name on the external name, and then you need to take a screenshot. Can you please take a screenshot with this? Yes. And this you need to save it and mail it.
Okay.
Okay, go back to the question.
Yeah.
Okay, and the downloaded report should be your full name plus today's date format 3.1.
Yeah, so same the snippet or the report you are talking about?
Snip also you need to send a single mail. In that mail you need to have the snip and then CSV, downloaded CSV with remove duplicate records.
Okay.
Once you have done that, you need to send it to my
And
email
do we
ID.
need to use RE framework?
Yes, you need to use RE framework. So in PDD, there is no space where it says that it will be RE framework. So PDD will consist only about the process, nothing else. Okay.
So in this PDD, what are the things can be added in access and what are the things can be added in to be?
Okay. That you need to pick up.
Okay.
Okay. Create a PDD and add it in the Teams, or you can also add it in GitHub. Okay, understood the question?
Yeah.
So how much time do you require to complete this? The actual time that's given is 4 hours. Not with the PDD, but with the with only with the solution. But how much time can you do it with PDD and everything? Give me the timeline, please. And everyone should complete it within the timeline. Each and everyone should have their own PDDs. Come on, speak up. This is what you will have in a project, nothing else.
Estimate.
Estimations. How much estimations can you give me? Tell me about the
By
estimations.
by tomorrow we can be ready.
Okay, take time. By tomorrow, tell me when will you complete either within the Wednesday, Friday, and give me the timeline of. Karthik, can you please mute? Karthik or Ganesh? Yeah, thank you. All I need is the timeline of PDD, start time and end time, code, start time and end time, and UAT, start time and end time, dates, and then final deployment, start time and end time. So once you create the code, you need to deploy it in other machine. This should not be tested on your machine. Like that's the production and UAT that we'll do for this particular use case. And we cannot take it more than this week. So complete it as fast as we can. Understood? Any
Okay,
questions?
actually, we can achieve this one in just normal sequence only, right? So, how to do in RE framework?
That you
Is
need
it
to find
possible?
out.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
Take input as an Excel file. In that Excel file, have the data, first name, last name, external name, everything. And then read the Excel file and add it in Orchestrator as queue item and process each and every item.
okay.
Vajrang, I have one doubt. Like, we can have multiple names in this Excel file, or we can have only one row like
You
that.
you can have as many as you want,
Okay.
but for
Okay.
every item, it need to do the same steps.
Okay.
So Bajrang, what we create here, it don't get saved?
Which one? No, it will not be. Once you refresh it, it will not be saved.
Okay.
It will be only for that particular session.
So, okay. In the same session, we have to do all the activities. Okay.
Correct. If you refresh it, you will not get the same data. Any questions? Come on, this is a task for you. If you complete this properly, you will definitely get a job, and you will get definitely go through those interviews. We have already completed 2 weeks of training, and this is the time for the next 2 weeks you need to work.
Actually, just we can process the values in the queues using the RE framework. How to click on the add file, add photo? Is it possible with RE framework?
RE framework is the structure, Vali. It's not about clicking activities. Those UiPath default
That is
activities. There you have
okay.
it.
That is only for transaction of values only, right? Transaction of queues only,
Everything
right?
you need
RE
to do it in
framework.
process. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. RE framework is like adding, there is already files with folder structure. All you are doing is you are placing code as per your requirement, nothing else.
Okay.
Pragati, any questions?
No, Bajrang looks okay, but yeah, I have to try using RE framework.
Yes. So I want each and everyone to have their own PDDs, have them created in GitHub.
Uh,
Okay.
Okay. And
Vajrang, I have a doubt.
yes, Ganesh.
Here, that is one statement that we link to HR. So, do we have to link all the HR listed there, or any single will be
There will be only one HR, but that HR will be at different positions each and every
okay?
time. Like it can come on first item, second item, third item. It can come at any place.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, and all the best. First create PDD, then get it approved, then go for the code. Don't start the code now. That will not work.
Okay.
Okay. I want all the flowcharts, all the
Yeah, sure.
descriptions, step-by-step procedures, everything in the PDD done. And you
Okay,
have
Vijay.
only 1 day time. See, ideal timeline for this one is 1 day for PDD creation and 1 day for development and the third day for production. That's it. Nothing else. No more, not more than that. So by So today is Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday everything should be completed, and Friday we will have project ceremony, Scrum ceremony, or what is it? Say? Scrum ceremony only, right? Yeah. We'll discuss on what are all the activities that we have done for the week. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. This meeting will be this meeting recorded will be uploaded online, so please go ahead and check that if you require.
Thanks, Ajay. Thanks for attending.
Thank you.